Your host for Motorweek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motorweek. We're glad to have you with us. This is a kinetic motion device, a pendulum if you please. These ball bearings move back and forth endlessly, as long as they get an occasional boost of power. It's a lot like the pony car wars between the Ford Mustang and the Chevrolet Camaro, where engineers always seem to be able to work a little more magic for a little more oomph. And the new SVT Mustang Cobra R may be Ford's ultimate move. So does this piston-punching pony swing the pendulum in Ford's favor for good? It darn well better be, because Ford's special vehicle team has gone all out to make the 2000 Mustang Cobra R the most potent pony car to ever wear the Mustang brand, and one of the rarest. Only 300 Cobra Rs will emerge from the SVT shop this year, and most of them will head straight to the racetrack. Fitting, since through 3 generations, the Cobra R design philosophy has remained that of a barely street-legal race car. Thus, it's equipped with all the competition-grade goodies that the SVT gang can dream up. Starting with the ultra-aggressive bodywork. It may look a bit over the top, but every piece has a specific go-fast purpose, such as the huge fixed rear wing to keep the tail planted at competition speeds, the deep front spoiler with integral splitter that eliminates lift at triple-digit velocities, and the bulging power dome hood that provides extra clearance for the voluminous V8 intake system. A twin-cam 5.4-liter V8 derived from the iron block Triton pickup engine. It's been beefed up and heavily modified for 385 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque. And even in the roughly finished form of our prototype test car, packs hot rod parts like high flow heads and intake manifold, special forged aluminum pistons, Carrillo billet steel connecting rods, and more aggressive cams, and is fed from a 20-gallon competition-grade fuel cell. Power gushes to the rear wheels through an 11-inch clutch and the first 6-speed manual gearbox in Mustang history. Power is controlled by another SVT first, an independent dual A-arm rear suspension borrowed from the standard SVT Cobra. But this one is upgraded with iBox springs, Bilstein shocks, and stiffer control arms. This also lowers the car by 1.5 inches up front and 1 inch at the rear, contributing to both handling and its aggressive looks. And boy, it does handle better than any Mustang that we've ever driven, as we found out on Firebird International Raceway outside Phoenix, Arizona. Pitch it into a curve and the Cobra R responds with mild push that quickly transitions into a near-neutral feel at mid-corner. Too much throttle will quickly have you pointed in the wrong direction, but get it right and the quick-revving V8 rockets the Cobra R out of the corner. Body roll is almost non-existent, and the lightning-quick 15-to-1 rack and pinion steering provides excellent feel. We're particularly impressed with the finesse of the new independent rear suspension, which soaks up bumps that would have had solid axle Mustangs dancing like drunken sailors. All this in a platform that is the stiffest, most solid Mustang short of a factory Trans Am car, and is anchored by all vented Brembo brakes and 40 Series 18-inch Goodrich G-Force tires designed for all-out road course speeds, which, by the way, top out at 175 with a 0 to 60 gallop of 4.7 seconds. Wow! But some of those 300 Cobra Rs will live tamer lives on a street course. And we're happy to report that despite its competition components, this ultimate equine is more civilized than we expected. Though you'd better not mind a little noise. Part of the Cobra's weight-saving program included removing most of the sound insulation and the rear seat as well, which is replaced by a simple carpeted panel. Up front, however, SVT added form-fitting Recaro seats and special Cobra R instruments, including an appropriate 180 mph speedo. Of course, as always, such goodies don't come cheap. The 2000 Ford SVT Mustang Cobra R carries a base price of $54,995. That's 20 grand more than the standard SVT Cobra and 20 grand more than the previous 95 Cobra R. But with only 300 being produced, Ford is having no trouble finding enough fans willing to lay down the cash. With the eruption of the third-generation SVT Mustang Cobra R, Ford hasn't just beaten out its GM rivals, it's body-slammed them like stone-cold Steve Austin, and swung the pony car performance pendulum so far in Ford's direction that it may never come back. Do